and then see if we can start discussion on this rongging process, and slowly also to tell him that we are interested to define the different variations of the branyo. Okay, the most common variation of the branyo is the jingling nona, that is performed during weddings, during festivals, during family gatherings. But there's also another form of the branyo called the chikorti. Okay, spelled Chikori. Okay, chikorti is also another dance form of the branyo. Now the branyo has got four main variations. So the chikorti is more graceful, more slower in pace, and usually it's done by the elderly. I remember how my grandmother used to do the chikorti, so nice and graceful. And the steps are simple but very graceful, less vigorous movement. Whereas the jinglinana is more for young people. It is more, should I say, action-packed, more vigorous, and then it commands maybe a bit more energy. And then the other form is the Sarampa Dimal. Okay, the Malays have taken it and call it Serampang Laut. But that form of the branyo is introduced by the Portuguese. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that form of dance is more Serampang Laut. It's more this. So the form of jinglinana is the hands will move like that. Chikorti is more oh no, so the different form. I think the Sarpa is kind of
Rowing the boat.
No, the hand movement is different. Okay, so now is to verify the different variations of the branyo. Now the only problem is with the fourth one, the bintana. Now the bintana, according to Margaret again, that form of beat, how the tambo is beat or is beaten to get that rhythm, that is something we have to establish. So we have to go back to old recordings, maybe old music score, or any music that we can get hold of from some sources within our society members, like Alan Baxter, maybe from Professor Brian O'Neill, from Margaret herself, or some personal collection. Identify the dance form, the music, and also, now we want to go one step further, is to see their dressing. Okay, the kabaya, like I say, is definitely a traditional, local Portuguese introduced blouse. Okay, the kabaya. It's not spelled with a K, but spelled with a C. That's the only word I will spell with a C to maintain its Portuguese origins. Now, obviously, even the kabaya had Arab influence during the rule of the Arabs when they ruled Portugal. So the influence is intertwined. Obviously, the sarong is not. The sarong is more Nusantara, is more local of the region. But interestingly, now the emphasis is on unique dress, unique culture, unique songs. So we are on the right track to bring back and re-establish the sarong or the kabaya kumbridu, because that is the real dress of our, especially grandmothers. You go back some photographs 2 generations ago, and that's what I want to do now. I want to start gathering old photographs. There's a beautiful photograph of the dancers of our grand aunties, grandmothers doing dance practice during the 1960s, during the cultural society's practice at Bernard Santa Maria's mother's house. That picture is in number 1. That photograph, very nice. You can see my grandmother there, Julia, you can see Auntie Mildred there. There's a few more ladies, you see the dress. And also I've got a few other photographs I've taken over the years portraying the sarong kabaya of our grandparents. So that's actually what I want to feature more here than photographs that is not related to the culture and heritage. So I think my next emphasis after this year will be projecting towards all of this traditional dress, this traditional dance form, the traditional music, go deeper. in other words, do more research and really identify the dance form and probably get it written down in musical score. So number one, it is proper, it is something that can always be referred to the younger generation. That's because as time goes by, we are losing track, we are losing control, we are losing possession of what belongs to us. And if we are not promoting it, and if we are not careful to preserve it, others may claim and take over. And it's happening already. So we must stop this decline, we must stop this, I would say, losing control of our cultural heritage, in our dance form, in our language, even in our cuisine. Now bolu has become a commercial item. Bolu used to be a traditional cake that was, done only among the Portuguese Eurasians, and later, as they worked together with the Peranakan China, they also learned to make bolu. But today bolu is made by everyone, and it's commercialized. Another example is the pineapple tart. For that matter, pineapple or ananas was introduced by the Portuguese to this part of the world. So that ingredient is directly connected to the Portuguese community, or at least introduced by the Portuguese to this part of the world. So another cake that is slowly being commercialized.
Pineapple tart is Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Not Nyonya.
No, that's exactly what you are saying. You see, if we go back very early, the original tart was the star on it is the three-sided star.
Wow.
So that indicates Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Oh, sorry, not. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Original.
Yes. And then later, like I said,
Ong
our
Lai Ke.
work with the Peranakan China and the rest, they copied that cake, but they had their own style. Like the Nyonyas, they're very halus, so they had the netting. The thinner, the better. But definitely,
Portuguese
go back,
origin.
the origin is definitely made by Portuguese Eurasians. The pineapple tart. If you say egg tart, no. Egg tart is not Portuguese Melaka.
This one I thought Nyonya.
Exactly. This is a fine example of what I'm saying. We are slowly losing control of what belongs to us because we're not promoting it. We're not commercializing it. We're not making it like for sale every day. Give an example. My wife makes tart because it's so tedious. She said only make and all that. But there's a Chinese house there along Jalapan Hill. They make every day. So much so like what you are saying. You thought it was Nyonya. Because they make it available every day. Maybe they have commercialized, they got more workers, but we do it at home, homemade. It's very tedious. So it's only made on special occasions or it's not made every day. So that's where we are losing. So it's just now put things on record. When things are in record and it's backed by research and evidence and photographs preferably, then at least you can have the legitimacy to say it is yours.
Yes.
As far as you don't have that, you cannot say it's yours. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we'll take a short break. So that's our focus.
I put it in the plate.
That is the focus. We have to reclaim, they call it, what has been ours previously.
Shortly, what is wronging? Shortly.
Copy, I think copy.
Shortly, what is wronging? I also.
Okay, wronging is joget.
Oh, joget.
Joget is the same thing. It's just maybe called in a different name, or maybe slightly in dance form, but it's the same thing.
Same thing. Malay origin.
Oh, it's Portuguese lah.
Wronging.
Yes. I tell you, because you see, this was what Elvin Fletcher, before he died a few months before that, he showed me a video clip of one very renowned Malay cikgu, musical cikgu. He himself said that the rhythm, the 4-beat, is not local, it's European. Theirs is 2-beat. Whatever lah, but I cannot express it, but that's what he said. So this is where I said we want to go deeper into research to identify exactly the rhythm, the beat, and all that.
CM want to revive the wronging,
He wants to revive, but the thing is, he wants to revive the wronging with the wrong intention.
Oh.
He wants to claim that he's Malay. So that is where